A very sweaty, hot lifestyles of the strange and exotic with an achievement unlocked update. As I have, I don't know if I'd mentioned before that I was on a list for a particular kind of doctor, and it's been like, they said about 6 months, but it feels longer than that. So I'm like, they forgot me. You know, it took them 15 years to get my name straight. So I'm like, okay, well, that's as close as it got. Called me up about a couple of weeks ago. You still interested in this, that, and the other thing? And I kind of was looking at the insurance thing. Don't quite understand this deductible thing, but apparently we're good to go. So it's like, well, I'm not quite sure. We'll make the appointment, and then we can, work like payment plans or whatever. But we'll see. But apparently, I don't know how much insurance will cover, since apparently the human brain isn't part of the human body. I don't know. Kind of like insurance doesn't want to do like dentistry, even though your teeth are a part of your body. I don't know. But that being an achievement of itself, I'm like, well, since he has to take my car now, I'm stuck walking everywhere. Thusly, why my panting sweaty ass decided to do some recon, that I am at least close enough to walk to said hospital. So that is what my achievement was today, and I did it. I friggin' did it. And this is the second day in a row that I took a walk, I think. Yes. What the hell did I do yesterday? What did I do yesterday? Yes, I walked, went to the park, did some reading, dropped the coins off in my bag, and I don't know, again, it's like I'm back on the thyroid medication, and that's kind of kicked in again. And again, if you have like, I don't know, if you feel like depressed and you feel like your mood's a little wonky, I didn't know until I don't even know how the hell they found out. Something in the blood test they tested for, I guess when you get your new doctor, and they found out that your TCH levels, hi guggies, are low. Hi guggies. It's just so not a threatening bark. You're like, I'm happy, human. But I was saying, yes, you know, if you have those sort of, and to me, all my life has been a normal thing. It's like, you know, it's your thyroid. If you have a low thyroid, that can fuck with your mood. So that at least was one solved, but that doesn't, like, you know, fix everything before that. So I'm like, when it was, of course, if you've been here long enough, you know the big epic drama that is my poor pathetic life. So I'm like, okay, I'll call up on the off chance that I might. And of course, it's for me too little, too late. I mean, you can't alter everything, but I don't. So I'm like, well, at least I'll make an effort. And getting the appointment was an achievement. And I'm like, I know I could get here. I mean, I've driven here enough times with spare grandparents. That's how I knew about the hospital and how to get there. Yeah, so that was the task. And it is, of course, by way of the will. I wonder if it falls on a Wednesday. So I basically just wanted to time myself, see how long it took since I took the later appointment. I forgot what the first one was. I'm like, well, yeah, you gotta give me, 10 years, because my hobbit legs are gonna take twice as long. So, and it's about, I will say, about a 4-mile walk both directions. So needless to say, during the summer, I'm trying to warm up my flabby body. And does anyone else ever worry about, I'm putting on, well, this is what my sexy body looks like. Hi, how you doing? And it's like, okay, I got the pudge. Should I really wear tight clothing? Then I'm like, but I'm wearing them because I'm comfortable. I don't want thick jeans on during the summer if I'm walking. So I'm like, if you don't like the bakery I got going, go to a different shop. You know what I mean? It's like, go get your bacon or something. So I did have a vlog last time. I was out and about achieving different things, getting the pocketbook I will probably show later. And apparently didn't want to save. So we'll see if you ever see this particular thing. And I have a new place to film. Ish. I'm still working. I don't know. So, nothing screams YouTuber like sweaty mess. But I am kind of working to get back into the swing of things. Again, I've got nothing to really tell you unless you want like talkie videos. But I figured, for old time's sake, I would throw in a mini haul. 2 are from the Goodwill, 1 is from Microsoft. And this is what I got today on my jaunt. And I had my eyeballs on these, waiting for them to kind of go on clearance. The pink was half off. They still do the $1 Wednesday, but they don't like advertise it. I am beyond. See, I'm precariously perched on my phone case. Here it is. I had this figured out before I did this too, you know. Here we go. And I almost think I own something like this. Where'd they go? I don't know, but I own more. But it's not bad at all. They're from Anna. I guess they're yoga pants, because that's kind of what I'm looking at. And of course they're black, but they got this like leather strip on the side. That's sort of fake leather. So they're kind of badass. So I was quite happy to find them. So I kind of been, so the past 3 weeks eyeballing them. So they finally went half off, so they were $2.50. I'm okay with that. I didn't want to run the risk, of course, you know, if they went, because the pink are going to be $1 next week. I'm like, yeah, that's when they won't be there. But I'm like, okay, $1.50 more, I can do that. Because these are regular $4.99 now. So I was happy about that. So I just got to take off the doodah. Okay, and this is what I picked up just before the 4th. And this is what, the 9th now. And I was going to kind of use it for the Summerfest, but I love this little bag. I think it came from Walmart originally, but I like the shape, how it's nice and wide on the bottom, and it's not terribly ugly. Because I like the dark butterflies. I mean, it's nice and light, but dark at the same time. And, you know, the pockets are really nice. Can you say it with me? Pockets. If you've been here long enough, you know the whole thing about pockets. And, you know, it's like the TARDIS inside. It's like so huge. But, I have to tighten these things up pretty much to like the limit, because I'm just small in that way. I don't know what micro-sized person had this, where it was too small even for me. And I'm like, well, I gotta figure out how to fix it. And I thought putting it on the very, very end would help. Still wasn't enough. So what I did today was there was like a little loop, that little handle there. I literally cut it in half and just sewed, and then cut the straps off up here, and then sewed them with the upholstery thread. And that's just about right. And then I added a couple of extra holes just to make sense. So I kind of had to make it longer to make it shorter. And I had almost $50 in like coins to cash in because the bank was on the way. And it held up with all that weight down there, so, which is why I used upholstery thread. So I now have it able to function. I like the fact, since being so sweaty, it's kind of got, it's like a vinyl, so it's less likely, I think, to soak the sweat in your back as it's getting. So I got it. It's usable now. It's really cool. And this, I wanted something from Final Fantasy 15, something outside of the game. And I'd love to have like the symbol of the symbol of Lucius, or the symbol of the Lucius Columns, Nox bloodlines, or like the ring of the Lucii, but I can't find anything like sterling silver or anything cool like that on Amazon. Or I can't really find any halfway decent t-shirts. And I'm like, well, I don't want a t-shirt. I want something I could wear continuously, like a jacket type of thing. And and I use Bing. And, you can get points and you learn about the news. So, it's kind of and you can rack up points and get like a gift card. And I'll always get like a $5 Amazon gift card. And one thing I wanted, but I found this. And this was like $30. But again, Microsoft paid for it. And I came in during the Assassin's Festival. And I don't know why they won't like reissue this, because it was in World. There was no crossover. But come on, I had to have this. It's the Moogle Chocobo Carnival. And it fits perfect. I got a medium, which I thought might have been too small, but it fits just right on me because they're like Asian sizes. And this is the back. Come on, is this not the coolest damn thing ever? I kind of wish the back had the pocket. And of course, the front is the Chocobo. And I did post an Instagram pic of me in it. Now I'm like, why isn't it getting cooler so I can wear this now? And it just makes me happy. But it's like, come on, Square Enix. It's in World, it's in Altissia, it has nothing to do with like a crossover. Why aren't you giving it back? Why it was like a limited time thing, and it's like, it's such an annoying thing. I thought maybe they'd like reissue them, you know, paid DLC, and I'm still waiting for episode art to go half off because I ain't paying $10 for that bastard. So it's like, so that just made me happy and made me smile. So that was kind of a treat to myself. I wouldn't have paid $30 of my own money for that, that's for sure. But I'm a cheap bastard, and it's not something you're going to see anybody around here with it. So, and on my way back, I just, you know, used my Dunkin' Donuts app, and apparently I made enough points to get a free beverage, and yeah, $6 right here. Well, I'll say about $5. So, Dunkin' Donuts gave it to me free for all the points. Because I'm like, why do I get a free beverage? Why am I asking? Give me the free beverage. And I debated going to the park to read, but I'm pooped and sweaty and yucky, so I'll just sit here and veg. So this is my new background. There's still tweaking to do. I'm not quite sure what to do with that. I don't ever use that lamp for anything. So maybe I'll just put it someplace and maybe just stick that type of stuff there. I don't know, but I gotta figure out how to. I'm still working on with my phone. I figured, well, you don't need my ass in 1080p, do you? You could have it in 1080p, but I'm not paying for that. You're gonna get me in 720, and then I can just edit and throw it up there for my phone. I don't have to kind of like fiddle with it. So it feels strange doing this again. Guess I've like advanced enough mentally to be an idiot on YouTube. I don't get monetized. I don't know if anybody ever sees these anymore because, you know, shut up, give me money type of thing. But for the 4 people that might still hang around, sub. Now it's just kind of, you know, the major hurdle for me is like trying to clean and like go through stuff that, okay, I haven't touched certain stuff in years, but I'm like, well, I don't want to get rid of my beading stuff and, you know, things that I will kind of bounce back and forth with. But there's like just random crap that I don't quite know what to do with, and it's like, So, got a sort of jewelry box out with like the random stuff. So it's just tackling those, and again, they're like boss battles. It's like I achieved a major boss battle, and I so leveled up, you know. So I'm like, okay, I gain the XP to get that major boss battle when I actually have to walk to the hospital for the appointment, and then you got to walk all the way back. But again, you know, I wasn't, you know, I mucked about a bit, so it took about an hour. That's, ooh, what was, oh, on the phone. It was over an hour. Not quite 3 miles. That was point up to the hospital, mucking about in the well for a while. Maybe 15-20 minutes there, so, well, took about, and then that included the trip back, so maybe I'll just get there earlier for an hour. I don't know. And then it's the middle of September, so it should be cooler and make for an easier walk. Don't know how. I just want to verbalize. I have like nothing to say. I did try to fancy this up a bit, but again, I don't know. Still trying to figure. I still feel like I'm listing. I think I am because oh, that's why. Hold on. Now you're just listing in the other direction. Oh well. I do book reviews when I'm reading a whole bunch of fanfics about Final Fantasy 15, and some of them are like I said before, it's like they had a crossover. It was a IG prompt, but in like the Fallout world, but the story itself was kind of cool. And then I read one this past one where Iggy is a singer during the long night, and Nox shows up and tells him stories that are like metaphors talking about Sky has to be Gladio, and then stars because the constellation of Freckles had to have been Prompto. But Iggy has like amnesia, and then it just sort of stopped, and it's like, what? So some of them are kind of fails, but most of them are really, really good. But it's sad I can't like count those as like Goodreads reads, so I know I've gotten a far surpassed my reading thing, but I can't like count them. I don't know, but yeah, I was expecting just sort of crap or smut on Archive of Our Own. Some of them just try to, you know, insert the ships forcibly, but a lot of them are like really good and they really understand the characters, but the bros in the game are just so easy to relate to anyways, it's hard not to. So, and I'm sure like I said, any kind of, you know, like there's I'm sure Fallout fanfics and, you know, people gravitate towards certain things, but they're really well done for the 15 crowd. There's very few duds. Some of them just don't like grab me, but for the most part they're really damn good. The last really good one was the one I read just before the Iggy as a Singer, and it was after the long night, and Noct, you know, spoilers, dies, but Iggy uses a Phoenix down and brings him back, but of course Noct is already on the other side of Luna, and you know, and he doesn't want to come back, and there's that sort of, it's really dark, and then Prompto gets hurt, and it's just the bros just sort of shatter from their own experiences, and it's just trying to find their way back and rebuilding that stuff of like dealing with what happened to Noct, and the other stuff happened with Prompto, you know, Iggy dealing with things, and it wasn't like there was sort of like romance type stuff at the end, but it was done well. It was an Ignoct. But again, I mean, they really delve into some stuff. So, that's what I will be doing shortly. What am I doing now? I'm not even sure what this one is. Oh, Iggy's cooking. I don't know, but it's funny. I should stop rambling now. Alrighty then. I bid you farewell. Stay cool. Ta.
I said goodbye. Why are you still forcing them to watch me?